the time when you guys were recording the Cactus album?
All right. Well, it took a long time to record that album. Now, while we had the legendary Chung King is where we recorded most of it, and most of those tracks were with Sam 7. And Sam's just an incredible producer, and Just Ice was one of my favorite artists, and I was managed by Lumumba when he was managing Just Ice. So to have the guy that worked on Latoya, was amazing. His work with Mantronics, Run DMC, everybody. So when we were in the studio there, I mean, we had just so many like running jokes, inside jokes, and things, where Search was comical at times in the studio, like when we did that Soul and Soul Out Your Asshole with Search.
Right.
So I had this loop of this Tom Waits record with just that horn, and I was playing it for Sam, and then Sam just looped it up, and he just started, on the SP12, on the MP6, he started just, hitting it, and it was like just this funky like groove that was just going over and over and over, and we were just trying to lay it down on something else. Like I just thought it would be cool under like this one beat that we had. But while we were doing that, Search just ran into the booth, and he just started, kicking his whole soul out the asshole shit. And Sam just kept running it, and then Kevin Reynolds, our engineer, just recorded it. He just started recording it, and next thing you know, we had, a whole actual record. I mean, although it was a comedy skit type record, it was a record, and it even caused us to end up getting sued by Tom Waits, who heard it and thought we were mocking him and his voice, but it wasn't even that at all. I don't even think Serge knew 100% who Tom Waits was at the time, although like it's ironic that he sounded pretty close to like that raspy type voice.
Right.
I think he was going for more of like a down south blues, old blues man type thing at the time.
Right.
But that's a interesting side note of the Cactus album, but maybe even more so, we did the first song for the Cactus album at Chung King, but then Russell wanted us to get together with the Bomb Squad. So we went out to Hempstead to the Bomb Squad's, main, pre-production studio in Hempstead, and, just working with those guys, with Keith Shockley, Eric Sadler, Vietnam, and with Hank. The running joke there was, Hank Shockley himself was like the biggest name in the music business or in hip hop just because of PE. He got all the light. But when we got in there, it was really like we were working with Keith and Eric. It was like Hank was almost like too big to like actually do all the pre-production stuff. So we would bust his balls, and we would like tell Keith and Eric like, yo, you guys, we're going to give you extra light, and those guys, they're just musical geniuses too. So, but working with them in that spot was pretty amazing. And, that's like, at the time, we took some pictures inside where they were doing all these different projects. And I think, one of them was like to do the theme song for Yo MTV Raps. Another one was like, Son of Berserk, all these like side projects. There was another one for like Heavy D where they were doing some stuff for Heavy D. So they were like in high demand, and of course being down with Rush, any producer who was down with Rush was sought after by a lot of other artists.